Hello and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Thank you so much for being here today, and for continuing to support these stories that go beyond the headlines. What you're about to hear is more than just celebrity news. It's a look into one actor's personal evolution, a journey that ties together art, national identity, history, and personal meaning. This is the story of Barış Baktaş, and the moment that could redefine how we see him. Barış Baktaş is widely known as a talented and charismatic figure in Turkish television. For years, audiences have watched him grow from a promising actor into a leading man. But for those who followed him more closely, it's always been clear that he had more to say. Now, as he prepares for one of the most symbolic appearances of his career, we're beginning to understand just how layered and meaningful his artistry really is. This year, Barış has been selected to participate in the official national celebrations for May 19th. The commemoration of Ataturk, Youth and Sports Day. It's a date that every Turkish citizen holds close. It marks the beginning of the War of Independence, when Mustafa Kemal Ataturk first stepped ashore in Samsun in 1919. It's not just a historical footnote. It's the start of the modern Turkish identity. And this year, one of the faces chosen to represent that identity is Barış Baktaş. It's not just because he's famous. It's because he represents something deeper. He's a bridge between generations, between disciplines, between tradition and renewal. In the days since the announcement, public response has been overwhelming. News outlets covered it instantly. Fan accounts lit up with reposts and countdowns. Hashtags like #Barış19Mayasonasın began trending across platforms. But beneath all the excitement, there was something else, a quiet pride. A feeling that this wasn't just a performance, it was a moment. What exactly will he do? On that day, Barış will take to the stage in Istanbul for the main ceremony, which will be broadcast nationwide. He will perform a contemporary rendition of the iconic Gençlik Marşı, a youth anthem that holds immense emotional value. But that's not all. He'll also debut a brand new piece, a song inspired by the values and dreams of Ataturk, written with input from young Turkish composers. The concept is powerful. Through melody, through lyrics, through voice, Barış will channel something timeless. It's an opportunity not only to showcase his range as an artist, but to speak to an entire generation, not in the language of politics or history books, but in the universal language of music. Those who know his background aren't surprised. Before he was an actor, Barış was a musician at heart. In interviews, he shared how music was the first language he truly loved. He began playing guitar in his early teens, later studied piano, and found in songwriting a refuge from the noise of public life. "I think music is the place where I'm the most honest," he said once. "It's where I go when I'm overwhelmed. It's how I process the world." Until now, most of that part of him remained private. He sang occasionally on set. He performed quietly for friends. But something about this moment, this date, this ceremony, seems to have called that part of him forward. It's as if the stage isn't just a place to perform anymore. It's a place to speak. And Barış has things to say. In addition to the performance, there are rumors, subtle but persistent, that he's working on his first musical EP. A collection of songs, some inspired by Ataturk, others by Turkish literature and folk poetry. One of the titles reportedly floating around? Echoes of the Republic. A haunting, beautiful phrase that speaks volumes. But this isn't just about talent. It's about purpose. Barış has long been admired for his calm demeanor, his quiet strength, and his refusal to chase empty fame. He chooses his roles carefully. He rarely engages in social media noise. He doesn't feed tabloids. Instead, he allows his work to carry the message, whether it's on screen, in conversation, or now, in song. And what a message this is. By stepping into the May 19th celebration, Barış is aligning himself not just with a date, but with an idea. The idea that youth is not just a phase, it's a force. That art is not just for entertainment, it's a tool for remembrance. And that culture doesn't stand still, it grows when we give it new voices. The organizers of the event released a heartfelt statement. We chose Boris Bakhtas not only for his popularity, but for what he represents. In him, we see the creativity, resilience, and consciousness that Ataturk hoped for. He is not just a performer. He is a mirror of the generation we celebrate. And perhaps that's what makes this moment feel so deeply personal to so many. He is one of us. But he also carries something forward. Boris's fans have responded in kind, not just with likes and hashtags, but with art of their own. In recent days, fan artists have shared digital portraits of him dressed in traditional attire. Others have created musical tributes, edited together clips of his work set to classical Turkish music. Some have written poems. It's not just admiration. It's collaboration. And for Boris, that may be the most meaningful reward of all. In a recent livestream, when asked how he felt about the upcoming performance, he paused and said, "I don't want to just perform that day. I want to be present. I want to remind people of what connects us." He didn't say more. He didn't need to. That's the gift of an artist like him. He knows when to speak, and when to let feeling do the work. So what comes after May 19th? No one knows for sure. Maybe the EP will be released. Maybe it will remain personal. Maybe this will be a one-time performance. Or maybe it's the beginning of a new chapter, one where Boris Bakhtas stands not only as an actor or musician, but as a storyteller who shifts seamlessly between mediums. One thing's certain, this moment will be remembered. And not just because of the songs, or the stage, or the applause. But because of the feeling it leaves behind. A feeling that maybe, just maybe, we are witnessing something greater than performance. We are witnessing meaning. Thank you so much for joining me for this story. If you believe in the power of art to inspire, to connect, and to transform, please consider subscribing to this channel. Let's keep sharing these moments together. Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay hopeful, and never stop listening, not just to what's loud, but to what's true. Take care, and goodbye for now.